What is up, guys and gals? Welcome back to the Nerd Castle for the next episode of Stardew Valley. My name is Splattercat. Happy to have you here today as we hang out and water some cauliflower and really just hope that it comes in the next 2 days. Don't know if it will, don't know if it won't. It takes like 12 days to grow. It's worth a damn fortune. I'll probably just buy one to be safe today before it cycles out of the crop rotation. But aside from that, welcome on back to Stardew Valley. In the previous episode, we have been focusing on the dungeon a little bit and seeing how deeply down we could dive. Although I think focusing a bit on our farming production might be a smart idea too. We're starting to get stacks of cash, and when you've got stacks of cash in a production-related game, you kind of want to put it to use so that that stack will then earn you more stacks. And right now, we're not really earning a whole lot of money. So I'm thinking what my goal is going to be for right now in today's episode is going to be to focus pretty heavily on maybe building myself a silo or trying to get some summer fruit trees so that I can plant those on like day one of the summer. And if we can get that to work out for us, it's a squirrel. He's kind of a rabbit-like squirrel, though. Tons of squirrels around where I live, those little gray bastards. They bark at you and throw stuff at you when you run. I run through this little thing where it's like a canopy of trees. It's basically like a tunnel of trees for probably about 2 miles out of my 5 miles. And squirrels will taunt you. Buying a red mushroom at twice the market value. Please deliver directly to me. I think you get that down in the dungeon. So if we're focusing on dungeon runs, that might work out pretty well for us. We got Emily's birthday already. Oh, the month ends on the 28th? Ooh. So it's just like, I guess so they don't have hangover days. It's probably just to keep it clean or something like that. Definitely not going to make it then. Let's go into Pierre's and see what kind of, oh, it's locked. Gotta wait for him to open at 8:30. Well then, what do I want to do with my time? Suppose I could just converse with random people, make sure I don't lose my reputation here. You again. How many times do I have to tell you to leave me alone? Shane, you're kind of a dick, dude. Then again, his jacket's got a hole in it, and it's also branded by the company that he works for. He got that bargain bin jacket that he got from the place that he works. Been there, done that. Hey, the weather's interesting today, don't you think? It's sunny, yes. Is sunny weather interesting for here? I don't know, I'm not from here. Sunny weather's pretty par for the course where I live. Doesn't change around a whole lot. Come on, let me in. Let me in. Banging down the doors like a zombie just to get inside of this place. Welcome to Pierre's. Bing, 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 bing. Bing, 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 bing. Ba-da-da-da-da-da. Da-da-ba-da. Takes 28 days. It fruits in the spring. Well, it's spring right now, so that doesn't really help me that much. Brer's fruit. See, I should have... The orange sapling, that's where they would have got me right there. The pomegranate's what we need then. If we can get 6,000, we can get the pomegranate sapling, and we can plant that on the first day of summer. And in so doing, land ourselves pretty good for... I bet pomegranates are worth a decent amount of money. However... Oh, the apple tree bears in the fall. Ooh. Okay, let's do it. Yeah, let's take a sapling. I want to play... It's a lot of money. It's a lot of money, but presumably you would make a lot of money off something like this too, right? Everybody loves apples, so why not start apple farming and shit? Back we go. We gotta find a good place for this thing. A suitable place for our lovely little apple tree. I was hoping I could wear that dwarvish helmet. By the way, from the previous episode, I was kind of leaning towards it. If I can get a new head accessory... That would have been pretty swell. Do I have to hoe the land where I put it down? And thus he hoed the land where he put down the sapling. And so I guess there it is. I don't know if I gotta water it every day or anything like that. It doesn't look like it needs to be watered. My assumption is that it probably grows all on its own volition, possibly. That's how I would hope it would work. What do you want to do today? You want a dungeon dive today or like hang out? I don't really care what we do today. It's not like a busy day. It's the last day of the season. Got 28 days till that pomegranate tree comes in. I've left myself enough cash to start farming once we start up. Maybe I should focus on making money today. And that means another thrilling day of either we can go dungeon diving and we can just hope we pick up lots of like minerals and crystals and stuff like that, and then we sell those at the end of the day. I'd like to start off the summer with like 1,000 extra gold, so like 2,500 would be great. that would be like the perfect place for our cash situation to be at, because then I can buy like an entire field of corn. The corn will grow for all of summer and all of fall, which means that we don't really have to worry too much about that, and then we can focus almost entirely on going down into the dungeon, finding iron so that we can get sprinklers, and once we've got the sprinklers, we should be ready to go. Put us in a really, really solid spot. Alright, back down into the dungeon again for us. Gotta start back on 15. Oh, we gotta kill this thing right here, like right away. Otherwise it turns into one of those fly things that was hectoring me in the previous episode. If you don't know where that word comes from, it comes from Troy. Battle of Troy, anyways. To hector somebody. Because Achilles circled the walls and was like, Hector! Drug him around the walls or whatever. Hector! La, 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 la. He like walked around the walls and like taunted him for a while until finally he came out. And then he was like, oh, I got you now, Hector. Damn it, stop bouncing around. Basically what happens is they go into like a defensive mode where they turn green. And then once that happens, they'll swap into buggy mode pretty shortly thereafter. Looks like we're going to have to dig for an exit here. Might be a better spot for us to employ... yeah, let's try this. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. It looks like we got the time that didn't work, but at least we know now that we don't have to farm out all that stuff over there and risk losing energy over it. A little bit of copper on that side, that's cool because I had 9 copper and I needed 1 more. They were like, do you have any copper? And I was like, 9! To make bars, unfortunately. Man, we got some bad luck lately. We got some really bad luck. I've mentioned this before, but this is not a mechanic that I particularly like. It's a mechanic to me that just kind of feels wonky. Like, occasionally you can drain, like, an entire energy bar just looking for 1 staircase. And then other times, you get it, like, the second you walk in, or it'll just be sitting on the floor when you walk in. I guess one balances the other, but still. This would have been a better place to use the cherry bomb over there. Ooh, this is a floor that could end up poorly for me. Gotta stay on that bug life, though. Perfect. Was hoping one of them might drop the exit door, but nope, didn't happen. That's cool, whatever. Life is still happy and grand. I'm actually really, really excited about the future. Sometimes, I don't know, it can be easy to get caught up in like the drudgery of day-to-day life and just be like, oh my god, I'm doing the same thing today that I was doing yesterday, and I'm messing with this thing, and I'm messing with this thing. I really want to mix it up. Really, really excited right now, though. I'm at a point with my YouTube stuff where I'm really stoked about the way things are going with the Shadowrun playthrough. Like, I really think this could be something special. And so, I am sincerely, I'm really looking forward to doing it. Like, I want it, yeah, that one right there just turned into the bug. Turned into das Bug. What's the word in German for a bug or like an insect? I don't know. Insert that after the word das, because that's all that I know. I don't know German. I know I got lots of German people. Lots of German population people that hang out and watch my videos. What's up, German people? Welcome on in. Your personal hello from Spider-Cat today because your Germanic nature came up in conversation. I don't know. Still, my mom speaks German. Why, I'm not really sure. My mom's not German. She has no German ancestry, but she speaks German. I don't know. Should probably ask her about it and be like, Mom, why do you speak German? Do you have some, like, random life history that you haven't told us all about? Her German's not so good anymore, though. She hasn't spoken German. She said the last time she spoke German was, like, 10 years ago. And so, it's been a while. You know how you get kind of rusty. We got a crab? Oh, man, we went to the dungeon and caught crabs. Story of my life. We got them crustaceans, them crotch crickets, them pickle crickets hanging out, them cuddle bugs. And there's our exit gate right there, making our life nice and easy. Making it so hopefully we won't have to vacate anytime. Yeah, I saw that one coming. I got tag teamed on that one. Got the parry up on that side, though. The only reason I'm killing the Dougies, by the way, is because I want those little bombs they have. Those little bombs are clutch. And that is to say you can fit them inside your clutch purse. And since he made it. Shit. He's going to turn into one of those bug things. They do it of their own volition eventually, too. So it's not even like one of those things where I usually try to rush the bugs the second I'm on the map. We really need a better weapon, though. If we could one-shot those, it would make our lives so much smoother and easier. Like, it would be easy breezy, beautiful cover girl levels of smoothness. Like, you know that smoothness that Ellen DeGeneres is always telling you can get if you only buy this product? That's the kind of smoothness that I'm talking about. The kind of smoothness that can only be purchased. I'm kind of getting my ass kicked right now. Still, unless I want even more bug problems, the smart Why did he swing? See, he swings like random directions. It seems like it's sometimes mouse-based. Like, I was holding left right there, and then I pressed down while I was swinging. He was swinging downwards. I don't know. Weird things happen. It might be because I was holding diagonals or something. Still, I wish the attacking was mouse-based. Very, very deeply. Almost out of energy right now. I brought a little bit of food with me. But if we don't find the gate soon, I think at level 20 we should get a treasure chest. I don't remember what you get at level 20. Maybe it's on level 25 that you get the next chest. Cleave my way through a little bit more rock. The dungeons do get more interesting, by the way, as you get further into the game. I just wanted to make people aware. These are not like the only dungeons that you're ever going to have into the future. They do change up a little bit as you get further and further in. I think we're just going to go for, like, mineralogical success today. Don't want to get exhausted, so let's think about maybe eating the bass, although that represents a pretty good financial investment in me staying in the dungeon today. This dude out here eating raw fish like a bamf, holding it down with that sashimi. As I understand it, sushi can be cooked. Sashimi, by definition, is always raw. Am I correct there? Japanese food aficionados, people that eat... that happens all the time, too. I thought I was stuck that time. Sometimes the ladder will be in the way so that you can't go to the next layer. I've had it happen once or twice, and it can be a little bit of a frustration. Doesn't happen all the time, but it happens sometimes. Like, I'd be worried about it in this hallway right here. We got a bunch of geodes. I'm hoping that if we go and we cash those things in, cash in like 10 at a time, we should be able to get a couple of good Gunter items out so that we can stock up the museum. And if we could give him a bunch more items, it would save us a lot of hustle work. Like, if we could put, like, maybe 10, 15 more inside of there. I want to get the key. There's a 2D. I don't know if you knew this, but there's a platforming dungeon in this game, too. So there's a top-down dungeon, and I saw screenshots. I think the sewer is like a top-down, like, Zelda 2 type dungeon. Man, that thing just does not want to go. He will not quit this world easily. Oh, good. There's another... Oh, there's groups of them. Even better. Oh, they go through the parry. Well, that's bound to be helpful. Oh my god. Like, where are these even coming from? We've already cleared the entire dungeon. As far as I know, anyways. I just want the barrels in here, because there's treasure. This is your fault, asshole. Conspiracy. Conspiracy. Why won't you die? There, all better. I like the mixed seeds. What can I get rid of here? Grass definitely can be gotten rid of. Sap can be gotten rid of. Slime can be gotten rid of. Until you get that quest where the guy wants like 25 gobs of slime. Bunch of copper inside there. Actually, not the best room for us. I was hoping that treasure room would be a little bit better. I'm going to go down to the 20th floor, and then we're going to clock out for the rest of the day. Not a bad adventure. That adventure went pretty well. Not a big bug fan, although bugs don't bother me nearly as much as they bother some people. What did we get? Oh, a steel small sword. Good. We'll trash that crappy sword then. And let's take the steel small sword. I think it makes us run faster or something like that too. We've also got an underground fishing spot, in case you're into doing that. The fish that you catch down here are stuff like rockfish. They're a lot more difficult to catch, but they are worth it. They do end up being worth like a lot of money if you can catch a bunch of them. I spent like a fat chunk of the stream just like fishing in that tiny little lake right there. Ended up making a pretty tidy fortune, in all honesty. Pretty tidy little fortune. I'm probably going to sell off almost everything that we found down in the dungeon today because we've already stashed away stuff with Gunter. It's always nice to hold on to a couple of gemstone quality things, though, just in case you have, like, birthdays or anything like that, because the gemstones do seem to fly a lot better with some people, well, with most people, than they do with, you know, just, like, selling them outright. And you never know. Like, every now and again, there's a birthday that sneaks up on you. You got to have something shiny and awesome right now to make that person happy. And if you can't get your hands on it, well, you can't get your hands on it. You know what I mean? I think we're looking uber solid right now. Things are looking really, really, really good for us. It's past midnight, though, so we're only going to get our half energy, unfortunately. I think it's only going to fill us up to, like, right there or something like that. Or whatever you have remaining takes a cut of it. We got to sell stuff. So I've got quartzes, I've got topazes. I'll probably just sell it all for right now. We got a cave carrot. I only need to keep one of those for my little exotic whatever collection, or my sea fish collection. That's cool right there. Do I have anything in here that needs to be sold? Got a little bit more hardwood. I don't know what I'm going to be using that for, but my assumption is that at some point it will become useful to me. I should have bought a cauliflower today. I forgot about it. Damn. Okay. Another thing I forgot about while I was in the dungeon. Take those right there because we are going to be doing some smelting in the coming days. The bug meat I don't really need, but let's go to bed. I can deal with all this stuff in the morning because we always have a lack of things to get done anyways. The first month. What was that? Did you hear that rumbly thing? Got level 2 combat right there, so that's pretty badass. We can now get the life elixir, and that increased our health. So that'll be a lot of fun. The end of spring. We didn't end up making as much money as I had thought we were going to make. Disappointing. Very disappointing. So it's the first of summer. There was an earthquake during the night. I'm sure it probably messed up my fields, right? I don't know what that affected, but it probably caused damage of some sort, would be my estimation. We have planting to do, and luckily the first day is not on a Wednesday. That would be totally wacky. That would suck. It'd be really, really brutal. Alright, we got smelting, we got farming, we got all kinds of things that need to get done here. As you can see, it looks like our fence was damaged a little bit. What I can do is if you take out the scythe, you can get rid of all these dead crops. And that's going to be the most important thing. So the dead crops are out of the way. And actually, these rows over here are looking pretty good. I might put in little corn rows on this side. And I don't mean like the hairstyle. I'm not trying to bick and back be like Bool or anything at the moment. Anyways, I might be able to throw some corn rows in over here in order to start up our farming. And then on this side, we'll probably go with like mixed fruits or something like that. The first thing that I like to do at the beginning of every single season is check the summer crops bundle. It's me tomatoes, peppers, blueberries, and melons. Easy enough. We can make that happen. I've got $2,000 right now to play with to get started in this season. It's going to be a little bit tight for the beginning. Oh, we got some forageables up here. Never turn down forageables if you can help it. They're vendorable. They make you a little bit of money. Not to be confused with venerable, because they are not dreadnoughts right now that have served for thousands of years in the Imperium for the Emperor! Nope, that is not it. Get kind of excited. When it comes to the Emperor, we get new music too. It's kind of like Caribbean jam session music that you get when you're like at a Sandals or something like that. I wouldn't know. I've never been to a Sandals. I'm just trying to make a reference right now so other people will be like, oh, he's totally correct about that. I agree with him. Let's be friends. This music is pretty off the chain, though. Not going to lie to you right now. It's got me moving. In the summertime, got a little bit of clay right there. I keep hoping we'll dig up books or something along those lines, but it never seems to happen. It never seems to happen. Nothing over here to collect, which is a little bit of a disappointment because I was thinking we hadn't been over here in a while. Huh. Okay. I guess I accept that, but I'm a little bit down about it. Store's not open yet anyway, so it's not like we don't have to do anything. It's just like extra time that we're killing at the moment. Got a football guy out here. Probably talk to him. Hey, summer is definitely the best time of year. I disagree. Try living in a place where it's like 120 degrees every day in the summer. It is the worst. It is hellish. You just don't go outside. If you stand within 5 feet of a window, you can feel just like the heat radiating off the window. So everybody here has like double panes, except for me because I live in like Section 8 housing, and so it's single pane. Which means that it holds the cool air in about as well as a paper bag. Fantastic. It's Farmer Figgle Farmer. Indeed it is. We need some melon. Maybe 10 of them. Let's buy the corn seeds first, actually. Okay, so there's the corn seeds. We might be able to pick up the... couple of sweet peas in there. Maybe get myself back up on the horse. A couple of tomato seeds. We'll plant some random seeds as well. It should be alright. This should be cool. We're a little bit out of cash at the moment, but we can always go fishing or something to earn more money. It's pretty simple. Alright, so we got Jazz's birthday on... I always call her Ja. Like Rastafarian style. Ja, please. Shiggity whoa. Ja, please. Shiggity whoa. With me chalice. Oh, God. I do like reggae. Although, the amount of high that I am seems to have a direct correlation with how much I'm enjoying reggae at the moment. An ancient drum. Boom, chicka boom, chicka boom, chicka boom, 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 chicka boom, chicka. Okay, that sounds pretty dope. I get down with some drum beats right now. We should probably go forage in the southern area today while we wait. We got a job to do. Let's get started. I'm going to dig out this field right here. And so that's good. That's going to be where all our corn is at. If I had any speed grow or anything like that, I would also appreciate that. Basic retaining soil. Or we can go with fertilizer. I don't know which I want to go with. Retaining soil would save me a lot of time and effort, but that gives us soil quality. And then with the speed grow, what's up with the speed grow? Do I not have the speed grow yet? Looks like I don't have the speed grow yet, I don't think. Okay. Well, we've got tons of fertilizer, so we might as well just use that. I think it's inside, though. For whatever reason, I like to keep my shit bag in the house next to my bed. Living off the land. Welcome to Living Off the Land. We're back again with another tip for y'all. Now listen up. Summer's here along with a whole slew of new crops to plant. Take hops, for example. The vines take a while to grow, but once they're mature, they can be harvested every day. Good luck. It sounds like we may want to get our hops on, too. I'm going to try and sell off any extra fish that I have. Got a little bit of fertilizer right there, but I thought I had more. Huh. Interesting. Glad we got a new weapon. That's like a lifesaver, for real. We were having troubles in the dungeons. We weren't having so many Funyuns in the dungeons. And I think having a few extra, like, DPSs or a few extra damages will probably be a nice thing to have. We could plant the cauliflower. I got mixed seeds, too, and those will grow like random summer crops. Basically, I'm just trying to get everything planted that I can right now. So while we're here, let's mix in some of that fertilizer. So there it is. I thought I had a big stack of like 80-something fertilizer around here, but it appears to be eluding me. Maybe that's my other playthrough? Or maybe I'm just being dyslexic about it. Sometimes I swap numbers around in my head. That's also possible. That actually pretty frequently annoys me. I swap things around in my head and it just drives me nuts. Actually, I'll probably sell these ones. And then you can refine the quartz inside your forge in case you didn't know. It's useful for some things. I mean, you can use it to build... Why do I have those? Oh, man. Okay. One thing at a time. One thing at a time. One thing at a time, amigos. We're going to plant this field right here. Actually, I should probably plant this one first since it's got the... Can I take that down here? Put it over here. There we go. Works within 8 tiles, so that should be... Actually, I could sit it in the middle, I guess. There we go. That's better. Get those corn seeds planted. And as we make cash, I'll start varying in other things. We got some melons right there. Those take 12 days to mature. Okay, melons. That sounds okay by me. And then on this side, we got tomatoes, which we will plant right there. Right there. And luckily, the fields are not going super fallow right now. It looks like we'll get some kind of yield, but it's going to take a little bit more work than we had initially planned. I'm going to take the rest of this stuff over to the museum tonight, too. Get some of that going. I do have enough to make a third forge right now if I wanted a third one. I don't have a ton of copper, though. I will more than likely actually turn, once I make a little bit of money, never mind then. I was going to say, once I make a little bit of money, I would love to turn in the hoe and see if maybe I get some out right there, but we're so broke at the moment that, unfortunately, we're kind of just like resting on what we have and what we don't have. Disappointing. Probably gonna have to fish, which I know is one of those things that you're all like, no, please don't fish, but it may have to go down like that. It may have to go down like that. Oh, and they turn purple when you dump water on them. That's kind of magical. I don't really understand what chemical process would lead to that happening, but you know what? I am enamored by it, and I will stare at it and possibly pray to it. If it actually provides me with a solid harvest, I'd be like, oh, woe is unto the purple seeds if you do not water them on the first of every day in the morning when the sun rises over the great eagle cloud. There we go. Perfect. Crops are all nice and harvested up, and in fact, what we want to do today is we want to forage. The first day of any season is usually a pretty good time to forage. This stuff over here, we're going to let it grow for a little bit. The reason being... Oh, really? Copper pickaxe can't break that. It does have kind of like a weird... I forget what that texture is called. There's a word for that. Where it's got kind of like a lumpy, lobular texture. There's a word for it, and I can't remember what it is. But anyways, it's common frequently among things that have fallen from the heavens. So bolides, meteorites, and things of that nature. We may not find anything out here. This tree looks like it's going to be important later on. It might be worth it to chop through some bushes and see if we can't get some more seeds that way, just to earn a little bit more cash by planting randos, possibly, like up in all the fields. If we don't end up with anything, I won't be upset about it, and it's not really something that I'm aspiring to. But if we come across any major groupings of, like, random bushes or anything while we're running around, it's worth the effort. Every plant we plant, worth a little bit more money. They might be pepper seeds, they might be anything. You can never quite tell. I don't know if it's better to do that with a scythe or not. Like, if it matters. I don't think it would. Sword, scythe. There's the hat mouse right there, in case you wanted to see what he looks like. He's got the good old cap, and we got the sou'wester. And that's directly related to your random achievements that you've unlocked across all your playthroughs. So, if you haven't really worried about it, or if you haven't worked on it at all, or if you haven't had any achievements, don't worry about the hat mouse. He doesn't matter. But if you started to unlock some of those little things, I love it when developers make achievements actually matter. When you can actually work towards stuff with them. I don't know, it makes me happy. Makes me happy. There might be, there we go. We got a sweet pea over here. Sell that off for a little bit of cash. I don't see it. Man, this is so festive right now. So festive. I want to gorge myself to bloatation on food and then just like dance being super drunk off margaritas. That's the type of music it feels like to me. That's what I'm leaning towards anyways. God, we are broke as a joke at the moment, and they are not doing us any favors with the forageables, I'll tell you that much. Yikes. The pain is real. Well, I'll probably fish for the rest of the day. I'm going to break the episode off right here. My name is Splattercat. Thank you for joining me at the Nerdcast for the next episode of Stardew Valley. I will do my best to do like a little recap of what I caught over the course of the next, I don't know, day or so. There's nothing to do today, and I don't want to bore you guys with fishing, so I'm just going to go ahead and edit it on out for you. I will see you in future episodes. Bye, everybody.